Do you ever wake up and feel like the person in the mirror is slightly different? Not worse, not broken, just changed? Today we're talking about getting older, the silent, persistent shift that sneak up on us and the surprising truths nobody told you. By the end of this video, you'll understand 3 hard realities, 5 practical habits that actually work, and 1 mindset trick that changes everything. The physical tide, what actually changes? Let's start with the most obvious. Your body changes. Muscle mass drops, balance shifts, and recovery takes longer. These aren't moral failures. They're biological processes driven by hormones, cellular repair rates, and years of lifestyle choices. The harsh truth. Small daily stresses add up. That morning you can't jump out of bed like you used to, or that knee that creaks when you climb stairs. Those are the early notices from your body asking for attention. You might notice digestion shifts, altered sleep patterns, or joint stiffness before pain becomes constant. The point is this: small losses compound if left unattended, but small gains compound back if you act early. Key points covered. Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, starts subtly and accelerates if ignored. Reduced bone density increases fracture risk. Metabolism slows, appetite and energy needs change. Recovery from injuries and illnesses takes longer than it did in your 20s. But here's the crucial part. These physical shifts are not an on-off switch. They're a dial. You can turn it, slow it, or slightly reverse it with the right inputs. Start small. 10 minutes of strength movement, a protein-focused snack after a walk, and you begin to shift the curve. Mind, mood, memory, the mental reality. Next up, your mind changes too. Forgetfulness isn't always dementia. It's often the brain reprioritizing and becoming more selective. Attention and processing speed can dip, but context and experience fill in many gaps. The danger is not memory loss itself, but the story we tell about it. If you say, "I'm getting old" every time you miss a name, you start to embody that decline. Narrator. Simple cognitive supports, lists, novelty, and better sleep help a surprising amount. Fight the story of decline with tactical routines. Key points covered. Slower processing speed versus preserved knowledge and vocabulary. Emotional shifts, more sensitivity, but often greater emotional regulation and perspective. Mental health risks, isolation, anxiety about decline, and depression if unaddressed. Brain-supporting activities, novelty, focused practice, and sleep quality. There's a trade-off. Less mental quickness, but more pattern recognition and wisdom. The trick is to design your life around your strengths. Use checklists, choose single-task focus windows, and keep learning. Quick note, if you want an easy way to start feeding your body and brain better, I put a simple healthy food guide in the description. It includes recipes, shopping lists, and easy meal plans. Check the link in the description to learn more. Social and identity shift. Relationships, work, and loneliness. Aging reshapes your social world. Roles change, children leave, careers pivot or end, friends move away. The social web that supported you in one life stage doesn't automatically reweave itself. That can be lonely. But there's also opportunity, clearer boundaries, selective friendships, and more meaningful time. There are practical remedies, mixed social strategies, some low-effort touchpoints, a weekly phone call, and some deeper engagements, a book club, a class, or volunteering. Try to build multiple small social threads so you're not dependent on any single one. Key points covered. The pain of shrinking social circles and how activity-based groups help. The identity gap after retirement or career changes and how to prototype new roles. How to cultivate new roles without erasing the old ones. Mentoring, hobbies, and part-time projects. The secret? Focus on quality over quantity. Choose a few relationships that energize you and protect the time and energy to show up for them. Think of friendships like gardens. They need planting and watering. Section 4. Money, healthcare, and the practicals. Now the unglamorous but necessary reality, money and healthcare. Medical checkups, prescription costs, and sometimes home help become more likely. Planning is useful, but so is adaptability. One common mistake: waiting until a crisis to get organized. A few simple systems prevent chaos. Automate bill payments, maintain a rolling list of important documents, and schedule yearly health reviews with your doctor. If you have medications, keep an up-to-date list and take photos of your insurance cards to save time during emergencies. Key points covered: importance of preventive care and regular screenings. Building an emergency plan for health events, contacts, docs, and where important papers live. Budgeting for changing needs without panicking. Make the paperwork simple. One folder, digital or physical, with key contacts, medication list, and insurance info. When an emergency hits, clear information is the best stress reducer. Habits that move the dial. Actionable practices. This is the practical part. Habits that actually work. Not dramatic transformations, small, consistent choices. The compound effect of 10 minutes a day is astonishing. Strength work. 2 short resistance sessions a week to fight muscle loss. Focus on compound moves like chair stands and rows. Daily mobility. 10 minutes of balance and joint mobility to reduce falls. Practice single leg stands near a chair. Protein-rich meals. Prioritize protein at every meal to preserve muscle and repair. Add a protein source to each plate. Social calendar. Schedule 1 meaningful social contact per week and keep it sacred. Sleep hygiene. Consistent bedtimes, limit late caffeine, wind-down routine, and daylight exposure in the morning. Routine medical check-ins. Simple annual review and preventive screenings. Don't wait for symptoms. Each habit is small. Together they form a safety net. Resilience isn't one giant move, it's many tiny ones. The identity rewrite, meaning and power in later years. Finally, let's talk about meaning. Society tells a story of decline, but you can tell a different one. Aging as a process of refinement. You get to choose what you keep and what you shed. That clarity can make decisions easier. Less noise, more signal. Practically, this looks like selecting signature projects. A podcast, a memoir, a garden, mentoring a younger colleague. It's not about doing everything, it's about choosing what matters and doing it well. The energy you have is finite. Spend it on high-return activities. Key points covered. Use time for projects that matter. Mentoring, writing, learning, travel with intent. Embrace constraints. Paradoxically, less energy can force smarter choices. Celebrate small wins publicly. Share progress. Teach something you learned. Later, I'll tell you a ritual that takes 2 minutes a day and reshapes your identity in a month. Stay until the end to learn it. So, what's the bottom line? Getting older is inevitable. Suffering isn't. With small habits, clear planning, and an identity that values what remains, you can make later years some of your best. Now that promised ritual. Spend 2 minutes each evening writing down one thing you did well that day and one thing you want to do tomorrow. That's it. This tiny act closes your day, highlights progress, and wires your brain to notice opportunity instead of loss. A final note: aging is not a cliff. It's a coastline. Prepare for calm bays and storms, and you'll enjoy the voyage more. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Share this with someone who'd benefit. And again, if you want the healthy food guide I mentioned, the link is in the description. It has meal plans and shopping lists designed for aging bodies.